Hey guys, today I'm going to be showing you how to fit an oversized spare tire underneath your 2007 to 2021 Toyota Tundra. What we're going to be doing is removing these guide brackets or tabs from underneath your truck so that you can fit an oversized tire. So maybe you're upgrading to a 34 or 35 inch tire. These brackets need to be removed so that your spare can mount into the factory location and sit properly within that area. Some of the tools you're going to need: a good chisel, good hammer. Grinder is going to be optional. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Good drill, backup battery, a punch, preferably one with a fine tip. This really isn't the best punch. Some quality drill bits. These are good titanium Milwaukee bits. These are shitty Walmart ones. Broke several of these, and they took longer to drill, definitely. Good headlamp or other light source, eye protection, gloves, face shield, especially if you're going to be using the grinder, ear protection, and touch-up paint for afterwards, just to touch up that bare steel, prevent any kind of rust. So I'm going to crawl under the truck and we'll talk about it some more. Alright guys, we're back. I'm under the truck. Here is the guide tabs or brackets I was showing you previously. I've went ahead and removed this one already. As you can see, it's only held in by these two rivets here. I've went ahead and removed those. So I have one tab left to remove over here, and as you can see, I've already drilled my holes in these two rivets, and I went ahead and grinded a slit in the top of the rivet head. This is optional. It's going to weaken the rivet head more, and it's less chiseling you have to do, but it's not necessary. Something also worth mentioning is, as far as fitment goes, is if you have upgraded shackles like I do, this is the Old Man Emu greasable shackles, it may affect your fitment just a little bit, especially with how long your bolts protrude. I'll be mounting a 35 1250 17 tomorrow, and I'm going to make an updated video showing you the fitment, but it's worth mentioning. So first things first, obviously you're going to need to remove your spare tire, get it out of the way, and spool your tire chain up so you got plenty of room to work. Secondly, you want to remove this wire loom. It's going to be clipped in right here. Just take you some needle nose pliers, squeeze on these two tabs right here, pull it up out of the way, because it's going to be sitting, hopefully you can see that, hopefully it's going to be sitting right above where your drill bit's going to be coming out of this hole, so you don't want to drill through those wires. So pull that up out of the way. So to start off, you want to take your punch. Again, this isn't the greatest punch. You can see it just has doesn't really have a fine point. It will work. Take your punch and hit it a couple times with your hammer and make an indentation there. If you don't have a punch, you can take a small drill bit like that little guy right there and get your hole started. And basically what you're going to be doing is progressing in your drill bit sizes. So, you know, start with maybe some of these guys and gradually work up. I worked up all the way to 3/8. As you can see, those are pretty large holes. There's no rush. You know, take it slow and easy. If you progress too fast, you might end up actually breaking a drill bit, which you can see I'm missing some because I broke some. So I ended on 3/8 here. Try to get the hole as square as you can. You know, if they're not completely on center, that's okay. And again, that indentation is important because it's going to keep that drill bit from walking around the rivet head. And I apologize, I've already removed the rivet head over there, and these are already compromised, but they're going to look like this right here. That's actually 100% what they're going to look like in this location right here. So you're going to take that punch, you're going to tap it here a couple times. Again, take that small drill bit and start your hole, and then you're going to progressively move up in drill bit size until you have ideally a 3/8 hole like here. Let's see. So again, the grinder is optional. I took a grinder and made a cut across the rivet head here. Again, it just weakens the rivet head, and it's less chiseling you have to do in the end. And then what you're going to want to do is, so I have these last 2 rivets left. You're going to get your chisel, and if you made your cut with your grinder, you're going to have these nice little slits to work with. Basically, put your chisel in here and just go to town until these rivet heads break off. And I'm going to work on these 2, and I'll be back shortly. Alright guys, so we're halfway done here. I just wanted to kind of show you again. So I've removed half of each rivet head here, and so as you can see, I got another half of each rivet head, and these are just going to come off with your chisel. Really helps to have that cut with the grinder. That way you can fit that chisel in that little slot here and hit your chisel, and works a lot better that way. Again, not necessary, but it is going to save you some time. So I'm going to finish up here, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so we've removed both of the rivets on this last bracket. Again, when you crawl under your truck, the rivets are going to look something like that, and when you remove them, you'll have 2 empty holes here. As you can see, this rivet isn't completely removed. That's okay, it's not going to harm anything. 2 more things worth mentioning. What some guys do is they'll take their angle grinder and they'll cut right about here to where the tab or the bracket is flush with the frame. You can do that, but what I showed you today is just a little bit cleaner way of doing it, and it prevents any sharp edges from contacting your tire. Again, this would be a whole hell of a lot easier with an air hammer or an air chisel. I mean, those would just take these little rivets out, no problem. But I don't have that. So what I showed you today definitely works. So yeah, 2 guide tabs, brackets, both removed. I'm going to follow up with a little bit of touch-up paint here just to prevent any kind of surface rust. We live in the South, so not too bad down here. So yeah, hope this video helped you guys. If you liked it, give it a like. If you hated it, give it a dislike. And feel free to drop any comments, and I'll do my best to respond. Thanks guys.